Hey hunters, HaloZoo here with some more all-in-one zoo in Prehistoric Kingdom. So we've done the sauropods, we've done the small dinos. Now, today is gonna be the mammals. Also, for reference, I did not make the names until I did the episodes. This is also recorded before Badlands of the Small comes out. So, yeah, and also as a future warning thing, uh, if they do add elasmotherium and stuff, I will expand this. I don't think I'm gonna do a rework, but I'm thinking I can just do a quick extension here, maybe, to get it in, because this is where Coelodonta is in Juxia, so I could put it there. That would work. Uh, Anyway. Speaking of Coelodonta, though, I think I'm going to start with them. I want this button. Go here. Make sure this works. Coelodonta. Yes, it works. Okay. These guys need plant and fruit, as I recall. So they're in segment 5, as I've labeled it. I want grassland. They don't like a lot of crowding, so I think I'm just going to do 4. I think is fine. Okay, anyway. So grid mode. Normal. Sadly, no mammals in the grasslands yet. Well, actually, no, the Smilodons are. But there's not many, surprisingly. Like, none of the Paraceratheriums are. Woolly Mammoth isn't, just the Smilodons. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if Woolly Rhinos used it. Because temperate? Not my cup of tea. But it is what it is. It's just how things are sometimes. But what we're going to do is we are going to... I think I'm going to go with grassland. Or not grassland. It would be temperate or tundra. So I'm going to go tundra just because... Tundra's a nice palette. I'm actually going to start with gravel. Well, we can go tundra grass because it's a more distinct one, so we can actually use it. Which is very different from the norm, I'll be honest. Because normally it's harder to tell where you've painted, but tundra actually is more distinct. It's faint, but tundra, wetland, I think tropical to an extent, the less. And then, of course, desert. Grassland, scrub, temperate, coastal all bleeds together. Tropical kind of does, but wetland, desert, and tundra are the 3 I can distinguish. So, as for the rest of it, I'm thinking we have... I think I kind of want these 3 to have... like, where their water is, I want to be, like, around here. So I think I'm going to have it be right here. I'd said it, but I'm not going to. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Boom. Gravel. Okay, I'm thinking I can actually use temperate, like, substrate or leaf litter for their house, which is gonna be... I'll make sure I put that on. Can they actually get in this? Oh, it comes with a feeder, even? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I did not think so. I don't get that backstage animal shelter. At least the small one. The small one, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Large one, that could work, but I don't know. I feel like it's inefficient in space, so we're gonna go with... Same with this. I wish this didn't come with defenses on the side. It would be so much better if it wasn't. I don't know why that's here, but it is. So we'll put this in the temperate forest area. And then this is also where their fruit will be. So this is... No, that's vegetation. That's the one I don't need to worry about. This is the one I need to worry about being fruit. So that's fruit now. And then we're going to have... some leaf litter here. Though we're not going to worry about it too much just yet. Because we're also going to have some... straw beds. And then here we go with the temperate forest. So I'm going to select some foliage. Basically the non-seasonal stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go pure non-seasonal. And we're going to give them some privacy by surrounding this in dense forests. So there we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, this zoom. I don't know what's up with the zoom sometimes. It's just the wackiest thing in the world. But oh. Yeah, I've got a little visual glitch here. It's not one you have to deal with, but it's one I have to, so... For better or worse, we're dealing with it. There we go. Okay. That is a very dense forest, so there is no visual here. Oh yeah, I also need to put some enrichment in the form of ice blocks. There we go. Then we hit the tundra segment with the foliage. Oh, this looks very nice, actually. Yeah. Well, minus this part, but... Ah, yes, quite the sight of, I'm gonna actually go into ground cover mode for this. I feel like we need a bit more ground cover. There we go. It's looking pretty good. And I'm not restricted to making it a very sparse area, so... Because they really do not like ground, like, foliage. I wish... It's one of those where it's like, I wish I had ground cover as a separate deal, so I could plant more, like, brush to kind of give it a greener feel, but oh well. There we go. Coelodonta. Actually looking pretty nice here. Even without, like, mega settings, this is pretty game. Hitting our max of... Just barely shy of our maximum at 20 FPS, but... Yeah, that turned out well. I'm gonna do woolly mammoths next, actually. Because this one, it's going to be interesting because I only have the tundra palette to work with, but... You know, one palette to work with. It's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? Because even if it's just one, you can make a lot of good use out of that one. So I'm thinking... First off, we have the water here. Nice little pool. Where they drink. And let's actually get our... Mammothus. Primigenius. I might go a step. Kind of intermediate. But these guys don't mind being in herds, so we're going to go with... I think... Well, they got a big enclosure, so we'll go 6 and 4. I think is a good number. There we go. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is, we have their housing here. Right there. And so this is our forest half. Or, well, I say half, but it's not really half, but... You know, you get the point. Yeah, they got a forest. A very dense one at that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So they have that. So then we're gonna go down a bit. and then we're gonna make a kind of like foresty bit over here. This is like the forest region. There we go. Not realistic, but, you know, I like the idea I'm going for. I've got a special one, you know? Let's get the shortest. So then we have this mode, which gives us a much more open plains style area. Not a grassland per se, but it's more of a steppe prairie, you know? A proper mammoth steppe. Just make sure these plants are gone. So there we go. It opens up nicely into this sort of like, you got an open woodland, and then you got this like plainsy section. There we go. There we go. That looks best. Okay. So then we go over to here. And I don't remember if these guys eat fruit. I've got to double check that. I think they did, if I remember correctly. That's what I should have written down. Yeah, they do eat fruit. I'll just say this one's fruit. Because why not? And all that's left is the, like, ice blocks, as usual. There we go. Okay. What? That's really flowed naturally. I'm crowding in too bad. Nice. So that is looking perfect. Nice. So tropical scrub, tropical desert. So let's go with yeah, let's get Juxia next, I guess. With its umber skin. These guys aren't the most social, so go 6, I think, is good. But they'll be in more of a herd structure than the pairs of the woolly rhinos. So I'm thinking a more open, temperate forest region. denser jungle. Or maybe I can mix and match. Because I think it's a good one for that. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think Jukesy is fine with this one. There we go. Okay. So we're going to have a very dense tropical with everything except bendy palms. Because screw bendy palms. There we go. Okay. Voila! There, they sneak in through here. They got plenty of privacy. Thanks to the jungle foliage. And then... this also means we're going to place the water here, I guess, but... yeah. Yeah, you can actually see where this one's going, so... that is great. There we go. Yeah. I think there's better options, so... That actually reminded me. I was going to do something with this, but... Involved... Well, actually, I do it here as well, but... There we go. Okay. That's what I was going to do. Anyway. Actually, I'm thinking... First we go for trees. Basically everything big. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we are. Tropical vegetation isn't gonna plant itself. Nor the ferns. There we go. There's a nice and dense jungle. Opening up into the much more open plains out here. Hmm. Yeah, that's nice. Yep, it works, I think. Now, as I recall, they just eat plants normally, so, well, just vegetation. So you just put that and that here, and then grab frozen fruit block. That one here. 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 And then here. For maximum effect. And voila, you have your Juxia habitat. So then Lenticel is going to be or Bugtians is what it's actually the species for, but it's Lenticel skin. We're actually going to go with the same herd count for Bugtians as we develop their tropical scrubland, which I want to give a similar feel to Juxia, but we're gonna have their pools of water be up here, I think, or out here. Get a bit more. I don't get much, but it's there. And then let's have scrubland around their water. And then animal care. I don't think we need to go to extra large. Oh, I forgot I need to put the hay bedding down. Hmm. There we go. That's coming along nicely. I'm going to take a quick break real quick. All right, we're back, and okay, it's fine. Thought I saw something weird with the recording deal, but okay, it's fine. We are fine. Okay, so we're doing Bug Science's deal, which means getting some vegetation feeders here in here, while also making sure we put our ice blocks like here, 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 here. Oh, that was a... Oh, gosh, that dropped my frames. I have to be very careful with where I point this camera because it will kill me. Like, I think, yeah, it was the direction of the little dinos. So, yeah, I think that may or may not have something to do with why my frames dropped to death. Just dropped dead. So we're going to deselect all. We're going to go with... pretty much what we did before. Not that. Yeah, I'm going to say that one is taller. Okay, so... actually, I'm going to remove the K-pokes, but... that's because I kind of need them to be... covering this good. Providing a good, proper canopy cover. Make sure our actual forest part is good. Then we go over to the K-pokes. And voila! Very dense canopy is born. Beautiful. Yeah, it worked like a charm. Okay, now I get all the little things. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. So then that leads us to the open scrubland. But once again, we got to make sure we're moving bendy palms. But I'll make sure some areas that aren't too... I might actually restart this segment. Okay. Hmm. Okay, and then you go to ground cover mode. And we're going to be a lot more aggressive here. Because this is our, like, low-lying vegetation. There we go. That gives us a very nice vibe. So we're going to go to delete mode, however. We're going to delete that tree. Oh, and of course we got to make sure that water's clear. For when we release our Paraceratherium. Is that a melanistic one? I don't think it is. I wish it said, like, oh, hey, this one's melanistic or something. But it does look much darker, though. Yeah, these guys... That actually does look pretty nice. And I might actually do... Real quick, we're gonna... kind of meld the two together. There we go. So you kind of got a mixed forest here. I think that is turning out nicely. And they got lots of privacy. Paraceratherium. The other one, which we're going to double check. The desert scrub one. This is the stippled skin. Trinseralicum. So let's get our 6. And prepare to make a big desert. Because it kind of changes up the palette here. It's not much. You know, it's just nice to shake it up, you know? But we are, however, going to have a scrubland zone. Kind of like how these guys have one. And kind of like I've done other places. Just grab a big grass brush. Boom. That's looking nice. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't actually work the best. Remove the cacti. And get the super forest ready. Fit under this. Oh gosh. They don't fit under this one. uh okay, we're gonna need a bigger one. That needed to be an extra large, so yeah. Uh which actually reminds me, do they fit under this one? Lag spike from autosave. Uh, I... I'm gonna swap it just to be safe. I'm gonna... Don't worry. Oh, Lord. Uh, that actually works very well. Okay, we're good. Blah. Anyway. Okay, so... Voila. There we go. Okay. Anyway. There we go. But there we go. Okay. Now here I want the forest. It's gonna feel a bit more dense, but that's because I think I'm gonna have a kind of less dense desert. So I kind of want this to be more of a forest here. So we have some scrub plants along the desert. I think this is actually a fine one. And then we're going to have the desert plants be a bit more plentiful along here, actually, as it's the kind of bleed over area. But then we have a much vaster area of dry plains. There we go. That feels not half bad. And then we're just going to release these 6 in here. So you got anarchy over here, towering over most of the vegetation. But yeah, there's our Paraceratheriums. The Trensoralicum drylands. No, lost my mentions. The Bugtiance jungle. And then the Juxia grove. And the Coelodonta. And then Mammoth steppes. Yeah, this is the Fatalis. So this is going to be fun as we get to our last 2 mammals for this. So, as usual, my commentary is terrible. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm only human. But I think for Fatalis, I'm going to focus Scrubland. For Fatalis, and then focus Grassland for Populator. But they are going to be housed where the jungle is. So it's going to be like jungle, and then I guess scrub grass, or like temperate scrub grassland is what I'm thinking here. So you know what? I'm going to focus grassland. So it was actually entirely irrelevant to repaint this, but oh well. But what this does mean is we're going to have the same shelter for them, which will be this one. Maybe not quite in its original form, as we are going to advanced edit this to be so we're going to move this a little lower. So flatten it out. Make it a lot wider. Voila! A more completely sealed cave area. There we go. And then we literally just drag it over to this. Bam! There we go. So this is in the temperate forest region, which I think I'm going to have be smaller here. So it's going to have more scrubland, but So we're gonna... That... I'm gonna delete that one. And then we're gonna... We're just gonna restart on this. Okay. So we have meat feeder. So these are both going to be meat. Since Smilodons like meat. I hate how I have to do it's like get it in the group, then exit it. Actually, before I forget, here we go. So we can only take the feral skin, but oh well. We're gonna go with 10. Smilodons per exhibit. Let's grab some blood pumpkins as well. Deselect all. Grab a ground cover. There we go. Okay. So we got a ground cover. Now it's time for the scrubland. So the scrubland's going to extend along this area. And then get little plant mode activated. Really turn this into a dense scrubland with lots of underbrush. There we go. Okay. So there's a nice underbrush. And then we hit the grassland. Oh yeah, which actually reminds me, I need to get some mud. And then we go back to grass planting mode. Or actually... Get the grasses all planted. Voila! A nice and quaint Smilodon fatalis enclosure. So this is actually looking pretty nice. And we got... Ooh, that guy's looking dark. Next to a very bright one. Felipe and Abel. Could not be more opposite. Ooh, who are you? Alejandra. Yeah, you are... You are nearing melanistic, actually, I think. Yeah, there's a few very dark ones. I'm impressed. Yeah. I am very satisfied with that one. Okay. So... but meanwhile, I want to do... I wanted to grab some substrate from this. Boom. Okay. Oh. Delete. So here, my aim is a little different. So we're going to have a tropical region. And it's going to be limited to, like, here. I wonder, how good is this going to be? Yeah, it does look pretty good. Nice and dense jungle. There we go. Okay, that's the dense jungle done. Then we open up a little bit into this scrubland region. Extends out from the jungle. And that's where we hit the grassland. Hmm. Now it's really a grassland. There we go. Okay. Oh, that is nice. And actually, you know what? Be bold. And place some grassland grasses here. Kind of more of a bleed in. Yeah, that is actually beautiful. But anyway, I forgot to grab my pup. Oh, actually, I need to even. I don't want to go to make my animals go hungry. Otherwise, I'd be arrested for animal abuse. And it's worse because these are big cats. Yeah, so let's get those down. Let's plunk some blood pumpkins down. There we go. Now we're ready to release our Smilodon populator population, which is going to be mostly using the Pompous. Variation, since not the biggest fan of Dauntless. At least personally, I'm not, but so there's our Smilodon populator in their jungle, very tropical grasslands. So that has really killed my FPS. Back to 2. But there it is. There is our mammal area. I will have a name for it in the title. So, as per usual, I don't name these ahead of time. I just come up with it as I make it. Or at least the video part is released. So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Prehistoric Kingdom's All-in-One Zoo as I kind of go around building and making everything in one zoo. So it's certainly been interesting. Probably not the coolest type of like all-in-one zoo, but at least for now. And if we do get Elasmotherium and whatever else, Elasmotherium will be right here. Probably, but I don't know about whatever else we get. Which I guess I could put right here. Or have a second expansion here, maybe, depending on its size. I don't know. But anyway, without further ado, I'll see y'all next time. And so like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more of this stuff. And whatever the next project is, which I have plans, but will not reveal it until episode 6 comes. But anyway, next time I think I'll do Saber-Toothed, perhaps. But until then, see y'all next time! Halo.